All right, here it is. I'm committing with this video. This video means that I've got to commit to the plan. This is my plan. May not be what I actually stick to, but this is my plan for conquering the OSCP in the new year. If you're watching this video, it's definitely 2023. I'm looking at it now. I'm filming this on the 28th. I'm probably not going to release it until the 2nd. So if you're watching this video, it is the new year. Welcome to the new year with all kinds of new possibilities. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I basically started with the OSCP, or at least that's where my channel blew up and tons of people found me. I didn't achieve it. I have tried twice now and failed both times. The third time is going to be the charm. I'm determined because I have a better plan. We're going to get to that in a second. I'm going to talk a little bit for a second about why I'm trying to get the OSCP, and the initial answer is kind of stupid. I'm basically too bullheaded to let it go. Because I failed it twice, I'm not going to feel good until I complete it. At this point, I've moved into a software development career, which there's tons of crossover potential with the OSCP and a software development career, but I don't necessarily have that many career plans to use the OSCP with, aside from my consultancy. But it's just something that I've got to complete. For another, it's obviously useful. But there's a potential that I can move into like offensive security, like tools development area. I'm planning on using it for my consultancy, things like that. It's just honestly something that I've had on my bucket list for ages, and that I just want to cross off this year. So let's get into the plan. So I've got the plan split up into 3 phases, and I'm going to give deadlines on these phases that I'm not going to necessarily stick to hardcore, because they may take a little bit longer than I planned on them taking. But my plan is for phase 3 actually taking the OSCP to begin latter third of the year. So what would that be, August-ish, starting that process. Phase 1 is going to start about an hour ago. I started my studies for the PNPT. Now, the PNPT is an awesome certification from the Cyber Mentor. Let me look it up real quick. PT, a Cyber Mentor. So, Practical Network Penetration Tester. It is a fantastic looking certification. It's obviously significantly cheaper than the OSCP, and the classes to take it are significantly cheaper, like $30 a pop versus over $1,000. So it's an awesome cert. Heath is a legend, is really focused on offering affordable, information security classes to everybody humanly possible. He has sales all the time. I mean, just really a great guy. I'm not taking the PNPT because he's a great guy, though. I'm taking it because it is very good OSCP prep from what I've seen. The content is taught by somebody who has actually done this stuff for a while. Heath runs his own penetration testing firm, so he actually knows the content. He's done it. He does it on a daily basis. It's obviously cheaper than just jumping right into the OSCP. And I kind of figured, okay, I've tried this twice now. Clearly, my approach was not great, but maybe I need a different approach to the actual lessons that I've got to learn. So the PNPT is going to kind of serve as that backfill. It's going to be the thing that I do to kind of start learning. My hope is that through the PNPT, I don't have to take as much time in the labs. It's going to kind of teach me the basics before I jump into it, and the OSCP, actual coursework, is going to kind of fill in the blanks and maybe offer a little bit of extra knowledge on top of what the PNPT gives me. Now, the great part about this plan is that after I do the PNPT coursework, which is a section on OSINT, a section on practical ethical hacking, and a section on external pen testing, I can actually take the exam. And after the exam, I'll have the cert. Heath actually does the PNPT in a kind of cool way. You have to give a 15-minute brief after you do the labs, and the labs are taken over, I think, a 5-day period, and then you give a brief, and I think you write up a report. So that's awesome. Obviously, really great experience that you can get from that. But that is my plan. After that, I will have my first offensive security cert. So that's kind of a cool feeling, just right off the bat. Hopefully, this right here will be done by May. That's my goal, to have the PNPT done by May. Phase 2, self-study period. This is the part that everybody who has taken the OSCP successfully has said is very important. being able to self-study has been vital for my career. It's something that I've gotten really good at. I'm able to teach myself things fairly well now, and this is going to be the area that I probably spend the most actual time on. So the self-study period is going to be all about teaching myself the topics that I know are going to be on the OSCP and that were on the PNPT. So this is going to include things that I'm weak on, and things that I did well at, but I need to kind of gain a little bit of extra like knowledge on. So Hack the Box obviously is awesome. A lot of labs, basically anywhere I can find them. I'm going to use the damn vulnerable web application, I believe it's still called, to kind of test out different tools that I write and things like that. I'm also going to do some bug bounty hunting. Everybody was very excited that I was going to start breaking into that. So we're going to do some bug bounty hunting to kind of like help with the web app penetration testing side and read tons. I'm probably going to start doing some like blog breakdowns to kind of explain some topics that people have covered in their blogs. I think that's useful both to kind of help myself learn and to break down complex topics and to give people exposure that deserve it. People who write blogs that are useful should get more exposure, in my opinion. Then phase 3, the OSCP. So phase 2, I'm hoping to have done by about August-ish. Might push that a little bit longer so that I have more time to prep, but then the OSCP begins. Lots of lab access time, planning on paying as much as I need to get some access to the lab. A lot of writing, probably writing that I'm not going to be able to release since it has to do with the OSCP itself, but I'm planning on focusing more on like the note writing side of things. Taking up the exam and writing the report. I think you still get extra credit if you write up a report. I'm not entirely sure how that works now because they've revamped everything, including making the OSCP more expensive, which is really great of them. Getting the OSCP and screaming at the top of my lungs that I finally finished it. So this whole thing, I am making it my goal to have the OSCP cert in hand by the end of the year. This all might take way shorter than I'm expecting. I might just really knock out the PNPT quick, not need that much self-study because Heath is a legend, and then do the OSCP in like mid-year. But I am making it my goal that I'm going to actually stick with to get the OSCP itself within the year. Wrong one. There we go. So that's the plan. If you are following along with me, good luck. I hope that the PNPT is great prep. I'm really looking forward to taking it. Like I said, I love Heath. He and I have talked on Twitter like once or twice, but you know he's just a legend, and TCM itself is an awesome company. So I am looking forward to starting the process to actually tackle OSCP, and I look forward to taking it all along with the journey. Take it easy. Peace.